everyone, today I am doing Saturn in the 6th house, and that's actually not the video I planned on doing, but I guess I decided to be unpredictable to myself because I didn't tell anyone else what video I was planning on doing this week, but I knew all week like which video I was going to do, and then like right here sitting in front of the camera I'm like, no, I'm going to talk about myself, okay? So this is my placement. The thing about people who have Saturn in the 6th house of their natal chart is we hate being told that we have to do something. Like, if you tell us we have to do something, like just a small, normal thing, then we feel like we're trapped. But like, no, I don't have to do anything. Like these minuscule little routine things that everyone has to do, they drive us crazy. Like, we realize that these little tasks, they're so easy to do. They're so easy, like, why should we be doing these little things? We kind of want a challenge, and then we end up making it harder on ourselves, you know, when you don't accept the little responsibilities that you have to deal with every day, then you end up getting them blown out of proportion. Maybe you end up without a job. You end up with a huge pile of laundry, like these little tasks suddenly became a big task. It suddenly became a mountain of laundry. When you don't want to get a job at Walmart or, you know, wherever small starting out place, and you don't just want a simple job because you kind of feel like you'd rather do something big, you'd rather have a career, then pretty soon, before you know it, you end up like age 25 and you don't have any experience because you just had like all these big dreams and they ended up not getting you anywhere because you didn't want to start with the small stuff. I mean, how easy would it be to make your bed every day? Like, it's easy, it's pointless. Like, why would I even bother with that? How easy would it be to eat healthy every day and to cook and plan what you're going to eat? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just so easy for us that we hate it. We don't want to do it. Like, we don't always want to take that responsibility because it's, let's face it, like 6th house stuff is boring. You might find you have some kind of problem with your job, you know, even after you get hired, because people are telling you you have to do things and they're being bossy to you, and you just feel like you're being treated like crap because you're like a peasant or something and you don't want to be doing these little things. I have tried really hard to get a job. I've gone out of my way just trying to get simple jobs at, like I said, Waffle House, Walmart, just all kinds of grocery stores, retailers, restaurants, things like that. I've really worked hard just trying to get a job, and for some reason none of these places actually hired me. And I think the reason why they didn't hire me is because in my heart I knew that I had bigger goals than that. I knew that I didn't really want to be waiting tables or working at a cashier, and no matter how much I tried to get these places to hire me, I think it still showed that that was not really what I wanted. So I think this is a placement where the little things really get blown way out of proportion. Like, someone who has Saturn in the 6th house can't just eat whatever they want to like everyone else does. We can't just eat like a normal person. Like, if we eat a candy bar, like the next day we're going to be like 200 pounds heavier. Like, every little thing we do wrong with our health, we're going to end up paying for. And so then we have to take our health seriously. And to have to commit to something so small every single day of your life, oh my gosh, that seems so hard. Like, why do we have to take responsibility for something that like is going to affect us every single day? But with this placement, you learn that it's the small things that are really the most important and that are the most rewarding. If you get up and just do something every day, make little goals for yourself every day, then pretty soon you're going to see a mountain of success. And if you don't want to do those little things every day, pretty soon you're going to have a mountain of failure or dirty laundry, like I said, or failure in the form of a mountain of dirty laundry. So people with this placement definitely don't want to be bossed around, but I think we are capable of doing things on our own. We're capable of really being responsible and organized and hardworking. So we don't need people bossing us around. And when someone else tries to take that authority, where in our minds we're supposed to have the authority and we're supposed to decide what we're going to do day to day, and someone else tries to tell us, no, you need to do this like every day, and this is the way it's going to be, we don't like that, because we're like, okay, I can take responsibility for myself, and if you're going to treat me like a little kid, then I'm going to act like one. If you tell me to make my bed, you tell me I have to make my bed, why do I have to make my bed? That makes no sense. When we do all these little things, especially if it's something we don't want to do, it seems like it's such a big goal. Like studying for school every day, we will struggle through it. We will be trying so hard just to force ourselves to do this little bit every day. And for some reason, it seems harder than it is, like something so simple and easy. Like, would I ever want to organize my socks, like after every single time I do laundry? Would I ever want to do that every week? Would I ever want to clean house every day of my life? It sounds like I'd be doomed if I were gonna do that. Like, that sounds like the worst thing ever to me. But somehow, I think for people with this placement, success, huge success, comes out of doing these stupid things that we don't want to do. Like, I guess the more you're suffering through just doing something every day, then the better it can become. But really, I think you have to find a way where you're doing something you want to do. Like, whenever you feel like you're just like climbing uphill against the wind, maybe you need to go in the direction of the wind. Maybe you need to go in a different direction. Because you shouldn't have to feel like you're working so hard. You shouldn't have to feel like you're doing more work than you're actually doing. You should find a way to enjoy it, because you're going to have to do these things every day of your life. And if you can't enjoy doing it, I don't think you're going to stick to the routine. And because we're doing things that maybe we really don't want to be doing, or we feel like they're so hard and we're just like struggling through it, I think it ends up taking us longer than necessary to do things. I think it takes me twice as long to do the dishes as it takes my husband. When I was in school, I studied for a lot longer than most people did. I studied very diligently, but I didn't enjoy studying. Like, I suffered through it every day. And did anything like really better come out of it for me? Did I get something better for studying more? No. I ended up like not even getting a job. Are the dishes more clean when I do them than when my husband does them? Well, yeah, actually they are, because I find that he like leaves spots on them and stuff, but I take like twice as long to do them, and I probably am just like making the water bill go up higher when I'm like sitting there washing dishes for 3 hours or however long. So yeah, I think when we actually do things and we find that discipline, we tend to go overboard with it. A good example is me trying to keep plants alive, okay? I like plants, I want to have them, but they always end up dying. And I'm pretty good at watering them every day at first. And I think maybe I water them too much. Like, I really want them to stay alive, so I give them lots of water. And then when they start to die, I'm like, okay, like, I give up, I'm not going to water this, like, anymore, and I'm, like, this horrible plant killer, and I feel bad about it. As much as I'm complaining about my own placement, I know that in a way we're lucky, because for us, success comes out of the smaller things. It's these small, like, meaningless tasks where success grows for us. And I think we are capable of being very successful and having great jobs and careers just from, doing these basic things, because we can really make something out of these basic things. And maybe a lot of it has to do with trying to not waste your energy and trying not to do too much at once and then not enough other times. I mean, another example is if you decide that you're going to get into shape and one day you work out a lot, you run like 20 miles and you're completely exhausted and fatigued and oh my god, you're sore as fuck for the rest of the week, but you really worked hard that one day and then you can't work out the rest of the week, and that wasn't even good for your body. Working out a lot one day and then not being able to work out for the rest of the week isn't good for your body. And then you decide, like, I don't want to be that sore again. Like, that was awful. That wasn't a nice experience. So going back and forth between working out and not working out, that's not going to be good for your body, because the hardest part is when you first start working out, and then you have to just do it regularly. And you need to move around every day. Even if you don't want to work out, you can't just be sitting there on your rest days, not moving at all, because that's bad for your joints. I mean, it's the same thing with the plant. You can't drown your plant in water one day and then decide not to water it for the rest of the week. Like, I don't know. I guess it depends on what kind of plant you have, but this is just whatever. Don't pick apart my example. And if you decide not to water it for the rest of the week, like, that's such a waste. You're using too much energy sometimes and then not enough other times, and you're probably doing more harm than good by doing this. Someone's sleepy. This is Jade. She's very tired. She's my daughter. My name's Penny. I put out a new video every Tuesday, and then sometimes I put out an extra video because I like to work really, really hard some weeks and then not work much the other week. Yeah, I hope you liked the video and have a great day. I'm going to try to get Jade to take a nap.